Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your boy KingSuperior, aka the Delay God, and I'm back with another video. Now today, man, I'm here to bring y'all my final ultimate dribble tutorial of NBA 2K20. Y'all might hear my neighbor's parrot in the background going crazy. I know y'all hear him going crazy, bro. He always want to go crazy when I'm trying to make a video, bro. But look, y'all, yeah, like I said, man, I'm here to bring y'all my... Bro, every time, bro. Every time. I know y'all. Alright, so like I was saying, man, today I'm finna bring y'all my final NBA 2K20 ultimate dribble tutorial, okay? Now, I know a lot of y'all are just getting the game because the game is gonna be free on PlayStation later today, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all gonna be new to the game, so this tutorial is gonna be very helpful for y'all, okay? You know what I'm saying? Now, I've done a few ultimate dribble tutorials before in NBA 2K20 where I have a whole bunch of different dribble moves compacted in one video. I have done a few of those, but this is gonna be the very last one that I do for the year for NBA 2K20, okay? Now, I'm still gonna be doing requested dribble tutorials where y'all hit me up in my Instagram DMs and then I'll make a video on whatever move you requested. Now, a lot of moves that's been requested in my Instagram DMs as of late, they're all moves that I have covered already. So before you request the move, I recommend that you guys go ahead and check out my playlist in the description. It's called NBA 2K20 tutorials and tips playlist, okay? I have done tons and tons of dribble tutorials already, and they're all in that playlist, so y'all could go ahead and check that playlist out. Especially if you're new to the game, 100% that playlist is going to help you guys out. So I recommend that you go ahead and check out that playlist. If you have a friend that's new to the game and you want to help him get better at the game, tell him to go check out that playlist. I'm gonna go check KingSuperior out and tell him to go look at that playlist. It most likely will help him out, okay? Now, all my newbies that's just now getting the game on PlayStation, shout out to y'all boys, you know what I'm saying? I'm finna show y'all some of the best signature styles that you can use in the game before we actually jump into the dribble tutorial of itself, okay? Now, my signature styles, I'm gonna show y'all what I use right now, you know what I'm saying? I think I changed them because of this video. Let me put them back to what I usually this is what I usually use right here. These are my signature styles. So I use dribble style Chris Paul, I use size of package Allen Iverson, moving crossover Pro 2, Pro 3, Pro 4. This is it right here. Wow, there you go, you know what I'm saying? Now for my hop jumper, I use hop jumper normal 21. It's a combo hop jumper. Now I'm finna show y'all the best of everything. Now for dribble styles, some of the best dribble styles are quick, Chris Paul. A lot of people don't use Chris Paul, but I love Chris Paul personally. Allen Iverson, Kyrie Irving, okay? Jason Kidd is also good. Base, I heard some people, no, it's not base, no, never mind, don't worry about base, but quick, Jason Kidd, Chris Paul, Allen Iverson, Kyrie Irving, okay? Those are some good dribble styles. Size up package, Allen Iverson, Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, Pro 6, Kyrie Irving, Zach LaVine, and those are some good size of packages, okay? Now Steph Curry and Zach LaVine is literally the exact same size of package except the rhythm dribble. That's the only thing that's different. For the Allen Iverson and Kyrie Irving, they're literally the same exact size of package except for the rhythm dribble, okay? So you can get the same animations from these two, and then you can get the same animations from these two right here, okay? Now on to the moving crossovers. Some of the best moving crossovers in the game is Pro 2, Pro 8, Normal 3. You know what I'm saying? Those are some of the best ones. They probably are other good ones, but these are some of the best ones you can use as a beginner. Moving behind the back, Pro 3, Pro 6, and there's probably some other good ones as well, but those are two good ones you can use, Pro 3 and Pro 6. Moving spin, basic 1, Pro 4, Pro 3, normal 6. They're really good moving spins. Pro 5 as well, it's pretty good moving spin. Moving hesitation, Pro 3, Pro 8, Pro 5. These are good moving hesitations, all right? What is it? There's another one. Pro 1 as well is good. It's good moving hesitation. These 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, they're pretty good moving hesitations. Triple threat, I use WNBA 2. Normal 2 is also a good one. I don't have it equipped right on this guy, but normal 2 is also a good triple threat style you can use. For hop jumper, normal 21 is a good one, and then it's good for comboing up, and then hop jumper normal 2 is good for breaking ankles, okay? James Harden as well, you get a good amount of ankle breakers from it. Steph Curry as well, you get a lot of ankle breakers from Steph Curry, all right? Now onto the actual dribble move of itself. Let's jump right into the dribble tutorial and let's go. All right, y'all, so to start this dribble tutorial off, I'm gonna address one of the easiest move I've been seeing a lot in my DMs lately, and some of you are not gonna actually believe that people have been requesting this move, but some people have been asking me how to do the ISO behind the back. All you have to do is, if you're dribbling up the court, make sure you release RT, R2, whichever console you're on, and just flick your right stick down. It's really that simple, okay? And that's that. Let's move on to the next. All right, y'all, so the next move I'm going to show you guys is the up court between the leg spams. Now there's 3 different variations that a lot of people use. That's Pro 2, Normal 3, and Pro 8, okay? It's pretty easy. So what you're doing is, let's say you're going up the court and the ball is in your right hands. What you're going to do is you're going to flick the right stick diagonally down to the left, then diagonally down to the right, then diagonally down to the left, and continuously spam it up. Now I will have the 3 different variations of these moves on the screen, you could choose whichever one you want. Okay, now every time I make a video on this, I always get this comment, do you have to hold RT or turbo? No, you don't have to. You can, but you don't have to. If you want to, you can. You will do it a lot faster, but you do not have to. If you're struggling to do it, I recommend that you don't hold RT, because you will master it a lot easier if you don't hold RT, R2 or turbo, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? But once you master it, you could go ahead and hold RT and you'll do it a lot faster. Now, doing this is gonna allow you to not get ripped. You can just spam it all the way up the court and not get ripped. All right, so this next move right here has been requested a lot in my DMs lately. Now, I have made videos on this months and months ago, you know what I'm saying, before it got nerfed. Now, it is the misdirection. Now, a lot of people have been asking me how to do this. So let's say you're driving to the right side. So let's say you're driving to the right side of the court. What you're going to do is make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the left, and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Okay, and you're going to do the misdirection behind the back. Now, if you're driving to the left, you're going to make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. Then what you're going to want to do is you're going to flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right, and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right. And that's how you do the misdirection behind the back. Okay, now it was a lot more effective before patch 10. It was actually very explosive, but now it's been toned down like a lot. Okay, all right, now on to the Sham guards. There's three different types. Actually, there's more than three different types of Sham guards, you know what I'm saying, but I'm gonna show you guys three different Sham guards right now that's in the game. Okay, now you could do the standing Sham guard. Now it's basically the what used to be the old explosive behind the back, but you release everything immediately. So what you're gonna do is make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. Then let's say the ball is in your right hands. What you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the left, and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to left, and just release everything immediately. You don't hold it for too long, you just release everything immediately. You should do a Sham guard. Now let's say the ball is in your left hands. What you're gonna do is make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right, and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right, and then just release everything immediately, and he should do a Sham guard. Now, there's another Sham guard that you could do. It's a moving Sham guard. I don't recommend this, but people ask me how to do it. You get the ball stolen a lot. So like I said, I don't recommend you guys doing this, but this is how you actually do it, okay? In case you do it on accident and you wonder why it keeps happening to you, because I know a lot of you get this animation on accident. This is why it happens, okay? So let's say you're driving up the court, the ball is in your right hand. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick to the right and then flick it right back to the left, and you should do the moving Sham guard, okay? If the ball is in your left hands, what you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick to the left and then flick it back to the right, and you should do the moving Sham guard. Now, like I said, this move get rips a lot. You lose the ball 95% of the time you do this move, so I don't recommend you do this move. And for those of you who wonder why you keep getting this animation or what triggers it, this is what happens. This is what you're doing, why it happens, okay? So you can try to avoid doing that to not get the ball ripped anymore. Now, you could do a reverse explosive behind the back Sham guard. It's not explosive anymore, but this is how you do the reverse Sham guard, okay? So let's say you're running out of the paint. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna make sure holding RT, R2, and then flick your right stick up and then straight down, and he should do the reverse Sham guard. Now, you could combo it with a momentum, ISO spin, and then pull your right stick straight down and then flick it up and then down. He should do a reverse Sham guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you're coming out or you're pulling your stick right, you're pulling your left stick down, as long as you do a combo and you end up pulling your left stick straight down, you could trigger this move by just holding RT and flicking your right stick up and then straight down, okay? You know what I'm saying? So as you get better at the game, you're gonna find yourself doing combos, or you end up running straight out of the paint, or you're pulling your left stick straight down. Once you do that, if you want to combo this with the reverse Sham guard, go ahead, hold RT, flick your right stick straight up and then down, and then you should perform the reverse Sham guard, okay? All right, so on to some momentum combos, okay? Now, this move right here, you should know how to do this. If you're new to the game, you most likely don't know how to do it, and this is a must-learn move, okay? It's called the momentum cross. Now, in this clip right here, I'm actually spamming it, but I'm gonna show you guys how to do it, and once you know how to do it, you can just continuously chain it together, and you're gonna end up spamming it, all right? So let's say the ball is in your right hands. What you're gonna do is make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick to the left, and then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left, okay? Now let's say the ball is in your left hand. You're gonna make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. Then you're gonna flick your right stick to the right and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right, and then you're gonna do the momentum cross. Now if you want to spam it, all you have to do is continuously chain that together. As soon as the ball goes over into your left hand, you're gonna flick it to the right. As soon as it goes over into your right hand, you're gonna flick it to the left, and you can continuously spam it up together. Now that's how you do the momentum spam, okay? Now I'm gonna show you guys how to do the momentum between the legs spam. Now this is a comp move. You know what I'm saying? If you're new to the game, it's probably gonna be a little bit hard for you, but with some practice, you're gonna get it eventually, okay? So what you're gonna want to do is make sure the ball is in your right hand. Now I mean, make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. If the ball is in your right hands, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna flick your right stick to the left, and then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. As soon as you do that, you're gonna release RT, R2, whichever console you're on. Then you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right, so you could put the ball between your legs. And once you do that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna hold RT, R2 again, and then you're gonna flick your right stick back over to the left, and then push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Then you're gonna release RT, R2, whichever console you're on again. Then you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right to put the ball back over into your right hand, and you just continuously spam that up, okay? Now let's say the ball is in your left hand. So what you're gonna do is make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. Then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna flick your right stick over to the right. Then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right, okay? As soon as your player does a momentum cross, what you're gonna do is make sure you release RT, R2. You have to make sure you do that. Then you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the left, put the ball over to your left hand. Then you're gonna hold RT, R2 again, so you can do the momentum cross. Then you're gonna flick your right stick to the right. Then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right, and then you're gonna do the momentum cross. You release the right stick, put it between your legs, and you just continuously spam that up, okay? Now the next move I'm gonna show you guys is the momentum between the legs speed boost, okay? Now it's really similar to this, but the only thing you're gonna be doing is you're gonna be speed boosting off of this, okay? Off the first between the legs. It's literally the exact same thing, but you're gonna speed boost off of this. A lot of people fall for this a lot, because once you momentum to one direction, they don't expect you to speed boost going into the next direction immediately, okay? So let's say the ball is in your right hand. So what you're gonna do is make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. Then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna flick your right stick over to the left. Then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. As soon as you do that, you're gonna release R2, R2, whichever console you're on. Then you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally down to the right. And once he puts the ball over into his right hand, you're gonna hold turbo and speed boost to the right. It's the same thing if the ball is in your left hand, okay? I don't think I need to explain it. I just told you guys how to do it, so it's common sense and what you need to do, all right? So that's that. Now there's a lot of other moves you could combo the momentum cross with. You could combo it with a spin back. You could combo it with a curry slide, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you guys how to do that later on in the video, but right now let's just focus on the spin backs. And once we learn how to do the spin backs and the curry slide, I'm gonna show you guys how to combo with the momentum cross, okay? So let's move on to the spin back. All right, so on to the spin backs, okay? There's many different spin backs in the game. Two of them are my favorite ones. Two of them are there's only two really effective ones, okay? The rest of them are just straight up trash, all right? Now, the most effective spin back in the game is basic 1, okay? Now, my favorite spin back in the game is Pro 4. Now, to do the Pro 4 moving spin back, to do the spin back, you need a moving spin. Now, if you have to equip basic 1 spin to do the basic 1 spin back, and you have to equip Pro 4 to do the Pro 4 spin back. Now, with the Pro 4 spin back, there's other spins, moving spins that could give you this animation. That's normal 6, it could give you that same animation. Pro 3 could give you the same animation. Pro 5 can give you a similar animation, but Pro 4 ultimately gives you the best spin back animation with these 4 spin backs that actually give you the same animation, okay? So I'm going to show you guys how to do the Pro 4 spin back. Now, all you have to do is rotate the right stick away from the ball hand. Now, let's say you could do that for momentum, whatever, it doesn't matter, bro. So let's say you're going to the right, let's say your momentum and you end up going to the right, or you do it behind the back, or whatever it is, and just somehow you end up going to the right. What you're gonna do is you're gonna rotate the right stick clockwise, okay? It's really that simple. Now, if you're going to the left, somehow you end up going to the left, where you do some combo or whatever it is, you're going to the left. What you're gonna do is you're gonna rotate the right stick counterclockwise, okay? But for this to trigger every single time, you want your player to be going in a diagonal angle. You don't want him to to be going in a straight line. If you go in a straight line, this move is not gonna trigger the Pro 4 is not gonna trigger. You want your player to be going in a diagonal angle, okay? As long as he's going in a diagonal angle, this move will trigger 95% of the times, okay? Now on to the basic one spin back, okay? Now if you're on a non-dribbling build or a build that doesn't have high ball handling, this is the best move and spin for you in the game. If you're on a shooting build, I should say that doesn't have a high ball hand, this is the best move and spin for you, okay? This move is mainly for shooting builds. It gives you a lot of space very quickly, you know what I'm saying? This is going to be one of the best move and spin for you if your ball handling is not high. All right, now this move right here, this is not a move you just want to do out of the blue. This is a move you want to set up, and there's many different ways to set this up. You can set it up with a half spin, you can set it up with a double between the legs. There's many different ways to set this up, so I'm not just going to show you guys how to do this. I'm going to show you guys a few combos for this move, okay? All right, so the first combo I'm going to show you guys is the half spin into the basic one spin back, okay? Now before I show you guys how to do this combo right here, I first have to show you guys how to do the half spin. Now a lot of people struggle with doing the half spin, like a lot of people, even experienced players, struggle with doing the half spin. So I'm going to tell you guys a proper way to do the half spin, okay? Now with the half spin, you have to make sure that your right stick starts from the very bottom and then rotate into which direction you want it to go. Now keep this in mind, you have to rotate your right stick to the direction that the ball is in, okay? So if the ball is in your right hand, you're going to start from the very bottom with your right stick, and then you're going to rotate it counterclockwise over to the right to the top, okay, until it reaches the top. If the ball is in your left hand, you're going to start from the very bottom, then you're going to rotate your right stick in a clockwise motion until it hits the top, and you should perform the half spin, okay? Now once you've mastered the half spin, it's time for me to show you guys how to do the half spin into the instant spin back, okay? The basic one spin back, okay? So let's say the ball is in your left hands. We're starting with the left hands this time. You're gonna start from the very bottom. You're gonna rotate your right stick clockwise to the top, and he's gonna do the half spin. Immediately what you're gonna want to do is, and you're gonna be pushing your left stick up obviously to be running. As soon as you do that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right to put the ball between your legs. And to do it, once you have basic one spin back, you can rotate your right stick in any direction. You're gonna get the spin back, okay? But to make it easy, I'm gonna say you're gonna rotate your right stick from the bottom to the top going counterclockwise, okay? And he's gonna spin back in that direction. As soon as you just spin back, to make this move very effective, you're just gonna flick down on your right stick to quick stop, and then you're gonna have a free shot, okay? I'm gonna repeat that one more time because y'all are probably a little bit confused, okay? So the ball is in your left hands. What you're gonna do is you're gonna start from the very bottom, okay? Then you're gonna rotate your right stick to the top in a clockwise motion. As soon as you do that, you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right. Then you're gonna rotate your right stick from the bottom to the top in a counterclockwise motion. He's gonna do the basic one spin back. As soon as you do that, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna flick your right stick straight downwards. You're gonna quick stop, and then you're gonna shoot, okay? Now the ball is in your right hands this time. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna start from the very bottom. You're gonna rotate your right stick from the bottom to the top in a counterclockwise motion. As soon as you do that, you play it as a half spin. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the left. Then you're gonna rotate your right stick from the bottom to the top in a clockwise motion to do the spin back. Then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna flick your right stick straight downwards to quick stop, and then you're just gonna shoot. Pretty simple. Might not be simple for you if you're a beginner, but you will get used to it. I believe in you. All right, so that's how you do the half spin basic one spin back for an easy shot, okay? All right, so the next move I'm gonna show you guys is the half spin double between the legs into the basic one spin back, okay? So we're gonna start with the ball is in your left hands. All right, so let's say the ball is in your left hands. What you're gonna want to do is you're gonna start from the bottom. You're gonna rotate your left stick in a clockwise motion to the top. Make sure you're pushing your left stick up obviously, so you could be dribbling up. And then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right, and then diagonally downwards to the left, and then you're gonna rotate your left stick starting from the left side over to the right. You're gonna do the basic one spin back. Then you're gonna flick your right stick straight downwards to quick stop, and then just shoot, okay? Let's say the ball is in your right hands this time. You're gonna start from the bottom. You're gonna rotate your right stick in a counterclockwise motion to the top. He's gonna do a half spin. Then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the left, then diagonally downwards to the right. Then you're gonna rotate your right stick from the right to over to the left. He's gonna do the basic one spin back. Then you're gonna flick your right stick straight downwards, and you want to pull your left stick downwards as well when you flick your right stick downwards as well. To do the basic one, when you're rotating your right stick to do the basic one spin back, you're gonna want to pull your left stick downwards as well. and then once you do that, you're gonna flick your right stick straight downwards to quick stop, and then you just shoot. Alright, so the next move I'm gonna show you guys is the Curry slide. Now I actually came up with this name, you know what I'm saying? I seen Curry do this a couple years back, and I seen it in 2K. It's not even a Curry animation. This is not a Curry animation in the game. You could do this move with any animations equipped, but I just called it the Curry slide, and the entire community just ran with the name. I seen tons and tons of people made tutorials after I made a tutorial on it, and they called it the Curry slide just like I did. No one called it that. I came up with the name, and the whole community just ran with it, and that's absolutely fire. You know what I'm saying? But this is the second move this year that I came up with the name, but I'm finna show y'all how to do the Curry slide. Okay, so to do the Curry slide, it's pretty simple. Let's say the ball is in your right hands. All you're gonna do is make sure you're holding R2, whichever console you're on. Then you're gonna flick your, let's say the ball's in your right hand. Alright, I'm not sure if I said that, but if the ball is in your right hands, all you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the left. Okay, if the ball is in your left hands, all you're gonna do is flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right while holding R2, whichever console you're on. Pretty simple. Alright, now I told you I was gonna show you guys how to do the momentum Curry slide. I'm gonna show you guys how to do that right here, right now. Now I told y'all how to momentum earlier in the video. Hopefully you remember. So we're gonna start with if the ball is in your left hand. So if the ball is in your left hand, what you're gonna do is make sure you're holding R2, whichever console you're on. Then what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna flick your right stick to the right. Then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the right. And then while still holding R2, all you're gonna do is flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the left, and you should do the Curry slide without holding LT. The left stick, I mean, you're gonna release your left stick and then you're gonna flick it diagonally down. Alright, so let's say the ball is in your right hands this time. What you're gonna want to do is make sure you're holding R2, whichever console you're on. Then you're gonna flick your right stick to the left, and then you're gonna push your left stick diagonally upwards to the left. Now while still holding RT, you're gonna release the left stick, and you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right, and your player should do the momentum Curry slide. Now don't get mad if this move doesn't trigger every time, because sometimes it does not trigger. It'll give you like a weird behind the back, so just know that's not your fault, that's just the game, and that's how you do the Curry slide. Alright, so the next move I'm gonna show you guys is the Glitchy Steph Curry between the legs. Alright, so pretty simple. For this move, you're gonna want to equip the Steph Curry sizer package or the Zach LaVine sizer package. They give you the exact same animation. Now me personally, I like the Zach LaVine one more. It gives you the same animation, but I prefer the Zach LaVine rhythm dribble that it gives you. So if you want, you could go ahead and equip the Zach LaVine sizer package or the Steph Curry. Either way, you're still gonna get the same animation for doing this move. Okay, so how to do this Glitchy between the legs is, let's say you're driving to the right side of the court. You're gonna make sure you're holding R2, whichever console you're on. Then you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right, then diagonally downward over to the left, and then it's turbo to the left. And once you're going to the left, you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the left, and then diagonally downwards to the right, and just continuously spam it up, left, right. I know, so you could do it behind screens. It's up to you, man, however you want to use this move, but this is how you do this move. Okay, now you could do this move with the Allen Iverson sizer package or the Kyrie Irving sizer package. Now it's gonna look a lot different if you use one of these other sizer packages. The Kyrie Irving and the Allen Iverson sizer package looks the same, but it looks different from the Steph Curry and the Zach LaVine. Now with the Allen Iverson sizer package, you have to do it slightly different. I mean, it's still the same, but here's the difference. Okay, so if you're doing it with the Allen Iverson, let's say you're going to the right and you flick your right stick downwards to the, you have to release your RT before you flick your right stick down. Okay, or else it's gonna be slow, it's not gonna look the same, it's just gonna be awkward as hell. So for the Allen Iverson and the Kyrie Irving one to be effective, what you're gonna want to do is, let's say you're driving to the right, you're gonna release RT right before you flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right, and then flick it diagonally downwards to the left. Once you flick it diagonally downwards to the left, that's when you can hold turbo again, and then turbo over to the left. And then when you're ready to do it, you're gonna release R2, whichever console you're on. Then you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally down to the right, and then diagonally down to the left, and you can hold turbo again, and then just continuously do it over and over. But you have to release R2 or turbo, whichever console you're on, right before you start doing the animation. Okay, alright, so the next move I'm gonna show you guys is the explosive snatch. Now a lot of people do this move on accident, you know what I'm saying? That's how I actually came about learning how to do this move. I knew how to do this like months ago, since the first month the game came out, but I did this on accident, and that's how a lot of people actually learn how to do this move, you know what I'm saying? People do it on accident. Now to do this move, all you're gonna do is, let's say the ball is in your left hands. What you're gonna do is you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the right to put the ball between your legs, and push your left stick to the right to like move off, and as soon as your player starts to move, you just release everything and your player is gonna do a quick snatch back. Okay, it's really simple. Same thing if you want to do it to the left. The ball is in your right hands, you're gonna flick your right stick diagonally downwards to the left and then push your left stick to the left, and as soon as your player is about to move off, you're just gonna release everything and your player is gonna do a quick snatch back. And that's how you do the explosive snatch. A lot of people actually do it. I see a lot of people in the stage do it a lot. I don't personally like to do it a lot. I just don't really like it as much, but a lot of people do it in the stage, you know what I'm saying? It could be effective, don't get it wrong. It really could be an effective move to get a shot off. But me personally, I don't like doing this move a lot. I do it on accident sometimes in the park. A lot of people trigger this move on accident. A lot of people don't intend to do this move. It just happens on accident. And that, like I said, that's how I learned about doing this move, but this is how you do it. Alright, so the final move I'm gonna show you guys is the moonwalk. Okay, now if you're new to the game, 100%, I'm telling you this right now, you are going to struggle with this game, you know what I'm saying? Now I give you guys a lot of easier moves in the beginning, but I also want to give you guys a little advanced stuff, you know what I'm saying? If you're new to the game, I want to give you something to spice up your dribbling a little bit. Now this move right here, I'm telling you right now, if you're new to the game, you're gonna have troubles with this move. So don't get mad if you're struggling to do it. I'm telling you right now, you are going to struggle to do this move. Okay, now to do the moonwalk, man, all you want to do is make your player turn sideways. Now there's many ways to make your player turn sideways. I'm going to show you guys the easiest way, and I've always been telling people this is the easiest way to do it. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is make sure you're holding RT, R2, whichever console you're on. Then you're going to flick your right stick straight downwards, and then you're going to pull your left stick diagonally downwards to left. Your player is going to turn sideways. As soon as your player turns sideways, you're going to start to rotate your left stick from the bottom over to the right in a counterclockwise motion. Okay, and your player should like moonwalk backwards. Now once he does that, you could do a whole bunch of combos out of it and stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you a combo you could do out of it. Once he does that, you could just flick down on your right stick and then just push your left stick straight upwards. All right, you know what I'm saying? Now if you guys want a more in-depth tutorial on the moonwalk, I will have a link to that in the description. Okay, I have a playlist with a whole bunch of dribble moves. Some of these dribble moves that I'm showing you guys right now in this video, I have made videos on them before, and those videos are really in depth. So if you guys want to go in depth on any move that you saw in this tutorial right here, go ahead and check out my playlist in the description. It's called NBA 2K20 tutorials and tips playlist. All right, go ahead and check that tutorial out. For the moonwalk, I recommend that you go ahead and watch that video. I don't want to go too in depth on the moonwalk again in this video because this moonwalk is a whole tutorial of itself. So if you guys want a more in-depth tutorial on the moonwalk, link to that will be in the description. Y'all could go ahead and check that out. Check the playlist out as well. It will 100% help you guys out, you know what I'm saying? If this video did help you guys out in any way, shape, or form, please be sure to drop a like on this video, man. Like I said, this is my final ultimate dribble tutorial of the year. My name is KingSuperior. I love y'all for all the love and support y'all been showing me, and I'll catch y'all in my next video, man. Peace.